Good evening, one and all. It's the 21st December. How you doing, Carl? You all right?
Yeah. Yeah, not
Jolly
too
good.
bad. And yourself?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay. Been a very busy week.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot of modelling done, but a lot of progress in the workshop. So it's all looking lovely.
Good.
Yeah. And obviously getting ready for Christmas. How about yourself?
Same. Not all of us have finished though.
No,
do it next week.
I did see that the good lady had put her automatic messaging on at work.
Yes, her out of office is on.
Thought a great way of announcing it. 6 people watching. Let's quickly go through the chat, see who is there. So Julian is there, saying good evening to me. Mr. Mike.
Hi, Mike.
Scaly Models saying good evening. He was first. Sorry, Dad. I jumped the gun a little bit there. And Dieter is in third, apparently.
Oh. Didn't he do well?
And he's from France, apparently, as well.
Oh.
Julian is in South Wales, saying hi to Dieter. A little bit of chatting between themselves. The bearded veteran, of course, is in. He's saying at Carl, did you know Malcolm was coming on tonight?
No,
me neither. More than welcome.
Where's he coming on? Here.
I don't
know. He's one of those people that's always welcome.
The door is always open and hobnobs are at the ready. So yeah, if you're coming on here or might be going on with being a veteran, I don't know. He'll clarify, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure he will.
When he realises he's put the statement in the wrong video. Anyway, yes. Julia's just saying, well, it certainly couldn't handle 2 of me. 1 is enough.
Yes. Ho, ho, ho.
Ho, ho, ho. Dieter is saying, rigging LED strings on she. Is it my imagination, or is there some weird things being said on here this evening?
I think that says the 5HE rather than she.
It does. It's my eyesight. Oh, excellent.
Yes. Didn't she do well? See what I did there?
Oh, look at that. So, yeah. He's going to put some LEDs and rigging and string on some lady, random. It's cool.
Yes.
Julia's just saying that evening to James and Carl.
Good evening.
Dieter's clarifying rigging LED strings for the Coca-Cola 3D puzzle show truck in a 1/32. Ooh.
Sounds interesting.
And Mike is just saying, try getting Cole to read it, James. Cole asked, we're looking forward to the big man coming. Gotcha.
Well, yes, got you, Mikey. Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
All is clear.
So they're watching on your channel. I put the message in. I should have remembered that I said the big man was coming. But I meant the big. Oh no, I'm not going to go there actually because I'm just going to dig myself even deeper. But anyway, there's that many people watching, and those are the comments.
You trust me, you could not dig yourself any deeper.
Exit stage left.
Well, then again, maybe you could.
Just saying, bless you, my little dyslexic friend. There's nothing wrong with my dyslexia, I'll have you know.
No. Don't you know?
No, Dieter, I don't think it was a typo. It's my eyesight. I think, although, funny enough, it has been brought into questioning just recently as well, whether my eyesight is suitable enough. Although I have had a test and new glasses in the last 2 months. But apparently that's not a good enough excuse to be speeding on the M25. But there you go, another 3 points. Thank you very much.
The points make?
Oh, prizes.
Prizes.
I can hear my insurance company now going, prizes everywhere.
But none for you.
Anyway, while
just
Carl
left
is
it
fiddling, he stopped fiddling.
I've stopped
Do you want
it
to bring us up to speed as to where you are, Carl?
exactly the same place as where I was when we finished last week.
That'll be
No,
just
actually,
right then.
I have done a little bit more just as
What?
we were waiting to go live because James is like almost finished. So I put some of the panels into this wing, one here, and I've just put a piece of glass with a bit of silver paint behind it there. So we'll wait for that all to dry up now, and we'll mask that off before we do anything else. So tonight, Matthew, I am going to be finishing this wing to get it to the same place as that wing. I've got to spray these parts here with this green and get a wash on it, because when these wings go on, thusly, like so, that part in there needs to be painted. So I'm going to get that painted and that painted after we've done this wing and after we've got the cowling on for the rest of the engine. We've got the top piece on. I did that just before we went live as well. So I've got this side to put on and this side. So yes, that is what I'll be mostly doing tonight.
Cool.
And how about yourself?
Julian's just saying, old Chinese proverb. When in hole, stop digging. Also, when voice echoing, stop digging. Fair enough.
Yes. Better one
well,
but we won't go there. Oh, stop it.
As you can see, I finished. It was a lovely build. No, I'm joking. So I am a little further ahead in that the wings are on. No, it's just little. The wings are on, and I've already put the panels in. However, I've not put the bit of glass in. See, so you're one step ahead of me already. And my nose is not attached. Although, if I push it on like that, it sort of is. But anyway, so, so for me, what I'll mainly be doing, Matthew, tonight is I'm going to get my flaps, because I like talking about flaps, obviously, and I'm going to get my flaps off the sprue and on a clip ready to be primed, painted, etc., etc. That'll be front and rear flaps, obviously. Just clear my breath.
Not jugs, Dieter, flaps.
Yeah, no jugs. But he's right. It's a lovely pair. Yes, it has for a second. The other thing is on the side here. Now, I painted all this thinking I was being really clever, and then realised that actually the bits that go in here will be closed, not open. So it was a waste of time painting that. But they've got to go on either side. I'm going to stick the back wings together and get those on.
Yes.
And then a few other bits and pieces I'm going to try and make up. My aim by the end of this episode is to be in a position where I can actually prime and maybe paint the main fuselage. I do have the screen here, which I may try and mask up at some point. So there's lots of fiddly little bits and pieces that need to be done, basically.
Yes.
So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing. I'd like to get it to the point where we can start whacking some paint on, if we can. But you know, it's not a race. It's not.
It's not. I'm winning.
Yeah, but I wish you'd hurry up, Carl.
Yes,
right, yeah. So I am actually, although I've got the destructions here in front of me. The reason being is I've got to go back a few steps to sort out a few bits that I haven't done there. Cut some bits and pieces off here that I'm going to need to get ready for painting. I might fiddle with my undercarriage. Probably won't, but I might, because obviously that needs to be done. And then the only other things to be added, in theory, would be on my version, I'll be putting a drop tank, which will be in the middle of the fuselage, main body fuselage, which is a couple of attachments which go on the bottom there. So I might clip them off and do them as well. I don't know. We'll see. See where we get to. We're going to start where we mean to start, which is near the beginning, because I've got to go back to the bit I didn't do there, idiot. So yeah, there you go. So that's where we are up to. Let me just use my dyslexia. Even though I did type 5HE instead of that, and well, you know what happened next year. He does like a pair of jugs, apparently. And D to my typo, it appears to be contagious. Yeah. Well, you can type it correctly and I'll still read it wrong, as Mike will attest to.
Ain't that the truth?
Yeah, it is. What have you done with your thumb, James? Yeah, I'll talk about that in a minute. Yeah, so sorry, I meant to put a glove on. And Dee's just saying that I called the P-47 jugs. Did they not them? Yeah, no, they are jugs. Yeah, you're right. They are a lovely pair of jugs because we've got two of them. Yeah, so basically, I've been very accident prone with my hands this last week, and I've got chunks of skin missing all over the place. So the thumb is the worst bit. That's why it's got plaster on it. But yeah, you don't need to know. It's just me being me. And then, of course, once I'd got an ouchie, I then decided to do other stuff, which made it even worse. So yeah,
as you do.
Yeah. Julian's just saying James is going to fiddle with his undercarriage. Is it that kind of live stream?
Yes.
Well, Julian, yeah, basically we've got jugs, we've got undercarriage and flaps all in the first 12 minutes. So yeah, there you go. Aren't we good?
Can't go wrong with a good pair of flaps.
Absolutely. Yeah, so there you go. So obviously it is not many days now till the big man comes down the chimney and brings you all your gifts. How ready are you in the chat? Let us know what you're doing, what your plans to do for the next 5 days or so, 4 days. And let's see if we can upset Carl just a little bit by, well, no, not upset. Let's try and make him feel better by, you know, someone out there must obviously have to work as well. It can't be just Carl by himself. Maybe. Who knows? Right.
Sorry, got my tongue stuck out in a minute.
Yeah, no, you're okay. Me too. Right, I'm going to get that. I'm going to put some of these on. Mike is just setting me up with a long paragraph. James is the only person that can do an anagram with a 2-letter word end up with a sentence. Yep. He's not wrong. Did I do well reading that out?
You did very well, actually, reading that out.
I did, yeah.
No dyslexics were hurt in the making of this program.
No. Do you know what? I treated myself to a little gift for the room today. Not yesterday, sorry.
Right. Is this for the padded room, is it?
This is for my padded room, yeah, where I spend a lot of my time.
Yes.
And my wife would wish I'd stay there most of the time. Yeah, so this is the room I'm in. Is it's part of the house, but it is outside. It's a 1 brick thin building with a concrete roof, so it gets pretty cold, if I'm honest.
So was it very much like a, what do they used to call them? A
outside shitter?
No, there's a special word for it where you do like a wet room. That's it.
Wet room? Well,
yeah. Where you'd come in with all your dirty clothes and all the rest of it, and that's where you'd get changed before going into the house.
Right. So
and all that.
Yeah. So in the southern part, we used to call it a boot room.
Yes.
Yeah. Up in Scotland, probably a wet room, but you know, you'd need that in Scotland, wouldn't you?
Yes.
So yeah, sort of. It's just 2 outbuilding. It's an out rooms. Yeah, outbuilding.
Outbuilding inside, yeah.
One's no, because there used to be an open passageway, but I blocked the passageway up. So then it became part of the house. I put heating in, but it's not overly great because it's obviously very thin walls and whatever. But anyway, long story short, I bought myself an oil heater instead of the electric fan that I had.
Right.
And oh my God, what an amazing buy that is. It's so hot in this room now. It's ridiculous. I can't open the window.
You're not sitting there in your pants, are you?
No.
Okay.
I said, then you maybe drop me a small bit now.
Exactly.
No, I'm not sitting here in my pants. It's not that hot. But yeah, I can't believe the difference. It's ridiculous.
Good. That's what you want.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not moaning. I'm very, very happy. Probably the best economic tool I bought for this room ever. In fact, it is the only economic tool I've ever bought for this room. Everything else has been frivolous.
Rivalous.
Now, question is, does that go? Yeah, because I used to have a little electric fan, but the problem is it generated so much dry heat. It just, you know, you'd have it on for a couple of minutes. It's just like, oh, I've got to turn that off. Let's do me head in.
Yeah,
literally.
too much.
Yeah. That's my first bit on. Keep up to date with the chat. Yeah, I didn't mean to do that. Right, okay, so I called myself a lot of trouble here. Mike is just saying there, James gets a gold star. Well done, buddy. Thank you, mate. Julian says, sorry, Carl, I'm medically retired, so not working over Christmas. Let you off. Yeah. Billy Veteran just confirmed, or wants to confirm, do you mean a porch? No.
No, James could mean absolutely anything.
Yes. Julian says, slight flaw with the padded room, James. I can see at least one sharp object in there. Yeah, it's true. Mike is just saying, James, we don't need to hear about the blocked passageway. But I blocked it myself. Anyway.
Do. That's the thing.
DC San will be planting a tree and hunt moles if it is that work. I see what you mean. That was very poorly timed after a blocked passageway comment. But anyway, Dad's just asking that. So is the Tomahawk build a goer over Christmas? Then, chaps, we'll come back to that, Mikey. Definitely. Julian thinks James is in his annex and has blocked passage. Have you seen a doctor about that? And Julian's just confirming with detail. It depends if you get paid for it. If you get paid for it, then I guess that would be work. So there you go. Yeah. So if you, well, I'm sure you were here last time. If you weren't here, you would have watched it, I'm sure. But we talked about a Christmas build. Steve Spencerbini was very kind last year to give us Christmas presents.
Yes, it was.
Which was this kit here, as it happens. I just happen to have it to hand. It's 172nd Curtis Tomahawk 2B. It's technically a starter kit, I believe, from Airfix, and it comes with paint and glue and brushes and whatnot. Don't have to use that. But yeah, what we decided we were going to do is we're going to build this over 7 days. So 72 in 7 build over the Christmas period. We will try and be as live as possible. By that I mean live like we are now, not, you know, breathing, because you've got to be breathing to be able to make it. So if you want to join us, please do. Not sure Steve is going to be able to make it, but well, you never know. We'll see. So yeah, so we've got this to build. There's myself and Carl Dad has got his build, his kit in already.
Yeah, Mike's going to join
and
us in the stream as well, I believe.
he is going to join us in the stream. You're quite right. I've forgotten
Yes.
that. We may have another person that might join us at some point during the stream. I'm not sure they'll be doing the group build, but it depends if I can twist their arm. We'll see. But just having them here would be good. But yes, watch this space. So if you got this kit, get it out of the stash and put it to one side. We're going to start it on Boxing Day. Did we say day after Boxing Day? Day after Boxing Day.
I think it was the day after Boxing Day.
Day after Boxing Day it was, because then we're not going to finish on New Year's Eve because that'd be cruel. We're going to finish on the 2nd stroke 3rd. So it's 7-ish days. 72 is 7-ish days. But yeah, if you haven't got the kit and you're in the UK, Aldi and Lidl have been carrying this particular kit. You might be able to find it in the middle aisle.
Possibly, yes.
It's like the gift that always keeps giving, isn't it? Anyway, luckily I wasn't around for the screenwriting of the Carry On films. There you go. So yes, thanks, Dad. If you want to get involved, let us know. I have put a post up on the Model Officers Mess Facebook page. There are no rules, effectively. It's just that kit. That is the rule. Whatever. And even that, it doesn't really matter. Just whatever you want.
No, even like just doing it in 7 days, it doesn't really matter.
No, that's right. Just
kit,
build it.
Build a kit.
Build it anytime you like. Sometime within, whatever. We like rules. So get involved. Come and join us. It'll be fun. Have a laugh. Julian says, this gets worse. James has blocked his own passage. There are moments for people like that. Patience, for example. Yeah, I think that's probably the part of the problem is no patience. Anyway, let's move on before I get myself into any more trouble. We're caught up with the chat. Like I say, if you are watching, 8 of you watching, by all means, please say hello. Get involved in the chat.
Hello.
Because it's the polite and correct thing to do.
Yes. And it gives us something to talk about.
It does.
Yes.
I don't understand. Why is that?
I have no idea.
Yeah, it's right. I suddenly realised it's because I'm stupid. Leave that one right there.
I'll leave that one with you.
Yeah. Stating the obvious. I spoke to Steve, and unfortunately Steve has got some things planned over the Christmas period for some strange reason. I don't know. Something's going on. But he said he would try and pop in at some point and show willing. But we'll see. Like I said, it doesn't really matter. Just come and join us, silly old folk, for a bit of a laugh and a chat.
Yes.
Because we've got loads of things in which we want to talk about and loads of things for you to get involved in the next 3 to 4 months. See what I did there. Dun, dun, dun.
Let's leave you.
That's it.
There we go.
Got you there. I'm really happy with that, but I'll have to do because that's what it is. Cool.
As they say, that'll do, donkey.
That'll do, donkey. Right, I'm going to leave me flaps alone for now.
Matron.
Now, I seem to remember we had a conversation about wheels, didn't we? Did we have a conversation about wheels last week? Did you make your wheels?
That the little back wheel? No, I made, and I've just snapped it again because you made me pick it up.
No.
Yep, and it's gone. And yeah, it's gone. Fuck. Excuse my French. Yes, I made the back part, but never put it in. And that back part's now broken. Actually, I think there was another piece, but it's not supposed to go on there. We'll have a look at that in a minute. So yes, we were talking about one wheel was flat and one wheel was round.
That's right. You were talking about the rear wheel. Yeah. Sorry, Carl.
That's okay.
Hmm.
I really shouldn't have picked it up with these things.
Yeah, that's the first mistake.
That's what these are for.
Yeah.
Anywho, yeah, so we were talking one wheel's round and one wheel's flat.
Yes.
So I could, it's one of those where it looks really, you could really got to look at it to see which one's round and which one's flat.
Mm.
That's why I asked for your opinion, what you thought.
Gotcha.
Oh.
Right, okay. So what I think I might do is I might make my wheels.
Absolutely no need for that at all.
I feel so much better for it though.
I'll bet.
Right.
Yes.
In that case. Clean up
Yes.
on aisle 5.
And aisle 6. And aisle 4.
That's well. Right. Get some clips. Clippity clips.
Clippity clips.
Mikey just said, sounds like James's gerbil is escaping.
Yes.
There was no gerbils harmed in the making of this, I'll have you know.
Imagine the heat in that room, huh? Someone's put it down to an oil heater. I don't think it's got anything to do with an oil heater.
It's quite slippery. Oh dear.
Slippery when wet.
Oh dear. And no, I've not been on any Christmas drinks yet. Not yet.
No?
No.
You sure you've not been on eggnog or something like that?
No. No. No nogs at all.
Right, that will do.
Oh, yeah, that's a bit of a pain in the arse, isn't it?
Just if you're doing it wrong.
Okay. So I was going to stick the two wheel halves together, but leave one of the wheels on the sprue. But the way the sprue gate is, you have to clip the bloody thing off. So that doesn't work. So that means I have to stick something in the hole.
Oh.
Is that going to work for me? It'll have to, because it's too late now. I've moved on.
So last year.
So over it already. So anyway, enough of my passages and all the other stuff. What's anyone working on? Let me know.
Yeah,
let's have a sensible conversation. I think actually the big man, going back a few comments, I think the big man is having a family time this evening. I might be wrong. Okay, so
like you say, that makes sense if you read the comment before it, James.
Oh, what did I miss out?
I'm not sure. Nog, wasn't he the teenage Ferengi in Star Trek Deep Space Nine? He was.
He was, yeah.
Yes, and Julian is saying R4 is blocked by gerbils or tribbles or something. Damned if I know which. Furry little buggers anyway. What is the sensible of which you speak? Ah, see, now it's the elusive sensible. Yes, the lesser known elusive sensible. Phew, that was hard to say.
That
anyway,
was.
Dieter's saying first inner panel of the trailer mounted and lit.
Lovely. Well done, Lita.
Yeah, lovely, jubbly, jubbly. Right. So. Right. That, I believe, is complete apart from the light. Happy days. Next. Oh, wow.
I think what we'll do is we will talk to you about.
To me?
Let me just make sure. No, hang on. Mike has written a comment that you're going to have to read out. I can't read that.
Okay, so which one?
Last one.
Right, this one. The comment about Eminem. I mean James. I'm prepping the quiz for Monday's Christmas quiz, a live stream.
Ah, gotcha.
Okay. Julian saying, right, okay, sensible head-on, Aunt Sally, who remembers Wurzel Gummidge. Yes, indeed.
Oh, yes.
Nice cup of tea and slice of cake with Aunt Sally.
Oh.
Oh.
Do you like Aunt Sally? Do you like Aunt Sally?
When he used to change his head.
Mm.
Oh, yes, we remember old Wurzel.
Love Wurzel. And they wonder why, as adults, we're not all there. Honestly, don't understand it.
Just don't get it.
What?
Wurzel Gummidge, wow. I suppose the thing is, who was the baddie in Wurzel Gummidge? Was there even a baddie in Wurzel
Yeah, there
Gummidge?
was. Yeah, there was.
And
There was. Yeah. Answers in the chat.
Answers on a postcard. Have you watched the new Superman trailer yet?
Ooh, no. Is there a new Superman?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
I'm not sure if I'm going to like it or not.
Who's Superman?
Oh, I have no idea what
his name is. As the actor, I mean.
Yeah, I have no idea what his name is. But young lad, not very old. He looks very Superman.
Okay.
I don't think he looks as Superman as Henry Cavill did.
Mm-hmm.
But he still looks like Superman.
Right.
I think his Clark Kent looks more like Clark Kent than Henry Cavill did.
Right.
Makes sense.
Sort of.
Yeah, so we shall see. But yeah, it's got lots and lots of characters in it. It's got Green Lantern, Hawkeye.
Oh, wow.
Loads of people in it, like.
Is that to try and tie it all together?
What they're trying to do is, instead of starting a brand new Superman origin story, they're starting it halfway through. So like the Justice League is being, I don't know where the Justice League is actually started, or if it's something that's being built upon.
Right.
But it looks as though the Justice League are there, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Have
There's
you
still a lot of
watched...
negativity because of Henry Cavill, but yeah. Have I watched?
Yeah, the name's gone from my head. Oh, what's it called? Star Wars.
Skeleton Crew?
Correct.
Yes, I have.
What do you think of that?
I'm quite enjoying it, to be fair. I am not treating it as a Star Wars series. I'm treating it as like Goonies in space.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's been all right so far.
Yeah, I must admit, I'm really enjoying it.
I'm quite surprised because I was expecting it to be, oh God, here we go again. But no, it's been interesting, shall we say. No, I've enjoyed it so far. Let's see where they take it. I've only watched the first two. So yeah, we shall see. Another one I'm enjoying, well, trying to enjoy, is Dune Prophecy.
Yes.
I've been watching it because I've read all the prequel books that have been written by Frank Herbert's son and Jerry Anderson. So I know all the history and all the rest of it from before this started. And they've been getting some of the numbers wrong. Dates and things. And I'm like, is that being done deliberately? Does it get away from the books? Because I don't know whether the books are canon or not. Seeing as they were written by his son. I would have thought they would have
been. I don't know, to be honest. But I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, it's the special effects and everything. It is very much the Dune universe. Like, I'm liking it.
Yeah.
What about everybody else out there? What are you watching? Anything good? Anything worthwhile?
We'll have a quick catch up with the chat so we know what's going on. Julian says, James, I'm all right. I'm right in thinking you did do the inspiration boxes, or have I got that wrong? No, you're correct. Absolutely correct. I do the inspiration boxes. So that goes through Spruebox, spruebox.co.uk.
I'll throw the link up there. Actually, I will. Stand by while you're reading comments.
So so basically what we did, we had lots of people doing that had subscribed. And there was a moment where, because obviously I've not been well, etc., I was going to completely stop it all, and retire the idea in the business. But I was asked by the people that are subscribed to continue. So I went away and thought about it a bit more, and I've come up with a slightly different angle to it. But yes, it is there, and the subscriptions are now open for 2025. And the reason I've done a break is because the format, the way it's done, is changing.
I spelt it wrong. Darn it. Stand by.
The format's changing slightly. There is, funny enough, tomorrow evening, a live from myself which will be talking about sprue box and the model officer's mess and what 2024 has done, did, how things went, like review if you like. But then we're going to talk much more about what 2025 is going to be all up to. So yeah, tune in, watch out for the posts. The website is up and live. So that's the sprue. No, sorry, it is spruebox.co.uk, which is just gone into the chat there. Have a look on there. It explained a little bit more on there. If you don't know about the inspiration box, the idea behind the inspiration box is purely to provide a box that contains something you've got no idea what it's about until it arrives, and it can contain anything from tools, model kits, projects, whatever I decide to put in there. But the joy of it is it can take you as long as it takes you, and I will support you through the process from start to finish. It'll have an explanation of what's in the box and what you're meant to do with it, and to give you an idea of what to do with it. You don't have to, you can do whatever you want with it. But the idea is that it's challenging you in something in which you may have not done before. So, for example, last year or this year, we've done dioramas, we've done rust effects, we've done figure painting, just to name but a few. And those boxes, what we've done this year, will be available next year in most of the same format, maybe slightly different, just purely because things that were in the box may no longer be available, so we have to swap them out for something different. But they will be available from next year, that you can buy a box and go away and do whatever is needed within that box. Or what you can do is you can subscribe, which is a certain amount per month, and depending on what level you go to, if you go for the full package, it's £20 a month, I think, off the top of my head. And then on month 3, you get a box that contains all sorts of goodies. So, but there's going to be a big difference with the way it's done next year. So it's well worth looking into. And tune in tomorrow night for a better explanation, because that was pretty crap. But yeah,
and that will be
the
on
idea.
James's channel, the Model Officer's Mess, for those that are watching on mine. So
yeah, sorry. The idea is basically just to challenge you. Why it's called the inspiration box. It sounds a bit highfalutin. It's not meant to be. It's just purely that the idea being is you get the box, you open it up, and I can guarantee you most of the words that come out from all the people that have subscribed this year have gone, what on earth are you going to make me do with this? And then they drop me a message. I know at the beginning that was very much a case of everybody was like, I don't know, what are you trying to get us to do? But the boxes throughout the year sort of tie in with each other as well. So certainly for last year, there was a diorama, which was a farmhouse. And they're like, okay, so I've got a diorama, great. And then the next box turned up, it was doing rust effects on a tractor, which obviously goes with the diorama. So, yeah. But yeah, we also had people that would subscribe that would phone me up and say to me, well, you haven't given me enough stuff. Well, what do you mean? Well, there's got to be a farmhouse to go with a barn. And right, okay. Yeah. Get overexcited. But yes, Julian, I am that person. If you want any help or advice or chat about it, just drop me a personal message and I can have a good chat about it. David Cornswet, apparently the actor of the new Superman.
Yes.
Never heard of him. Yes. Any good? I don't know. Dad's been watching Black Dove on Netflix. Okay. Interesting. I shall look at that.
Yes.
Obviously, that is the spruebox.co.uk is the link we were talking about. If you're interested in inspiration boxes. The other thing as well, I can let you know is that obviously the idea behind Sprue Box was that everything I did was in a box. That was the idea. And then some random paint come along and I went off on a tangent, but that's all done and dusted. We're going back to the box formula. So that, yeah, it's not just the inspiration box, there were other things to come as well. So keep an eye on it. Subscribe to the newsletter, and there are newsletters already programmed to go out up till April next year, I believe. Super organised. God help me.
Are you going to talk about the things that may come with the inspiration boxes? The little bits of paper and stuff, or is that still?
I will be talking about it all tomorrow.
Perfect.
So yeah, we're going to go delve deep into
deep dive
into the box.
Folks.
Deep dive boxing tomorrow. Let's change the title. That sounds like a good title. Julie's just saying, just thought then, James, how about mojo boxes for the people who regularly lose their mojo to keep them? That's a good idea. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A nice little simple kit just to get you sitting at the bench, the table, whatever, just building. Yeah, I like that idea as well.
Mojo boxes. That's a really good idea. Thanks, Julian. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, in fact, I'm so impressed I'm going to write that down because I'm going to forget that if I don't.
Your IM's never been so pressed.
Oh, absolutely. Mojo box. That's brilliant.
Yes.
Why didn't me and the team, Carl, think of that?
Because you and the team are idiots. Plain and simple idiots.
Anfield Road layout in the loft is there saying hi to Jason and Carl.
Hi, Lee.
Hi, Lee. And there you go. This is, so Mike was actually one of the subscribers to the inspiration boxes last year.
He was indeed.
Yes. And he said they were fantastic. So thank you for that. And I think one of the things with the inspiration boxes that is, obviously you've got to show an element of trust in me, which may be difficult, which I totally get. Because I can go off on a bit of a tangent, and to pay a certain amount per month, and then this box arrives, I'm sure Mike will agree with this statement. It can be a bit nerve-wracking because you're not quite sure what's going to happen. Or, let's be honest. The phrase is it worth the money? Now, I can't personally say to you, definitely it's worth the money, because I don't know what that is worth to you personally or the individuals. But what I can tell you is this, is that I had 15 subscribers to the packages last year, of which I lost one subscriber purely because there was a muck up with the direct debit and bits and pieces, and that fell to the wayside. I had one other person who dropped out because they have a thing where they do subscriptions and stuff, and then in the last quarter of the year they cancel every subscription and then resubscribe to whatever they really enjoyed, which I thought was quite a clever idea, if I'm honest. But it gives them a month or so to save a bit of money. So yeah, so all those people stayed with me for the whole year, and all of those people have asked me to continue. So I hope that they feel that it was not only they supported me, but obviously they felt it was worth the money. So, if that helps you, but that one of the things in which you don't get from going into a shop, because I would always recommend go to a shop, go to your local shop and support the local business, because you will lose them if you don't. So, but one of the things you get with this package is that I will support you until you have finished what's in that box, and I don't care how long it takes you. And I mean literally from opening the box to explaining what's in the box, what we're hoping to achieve. That's going to change because I think the support I've given, other than the one-to-one support, which is obviously not going to change, it's always going to be there. But there is another part of the support with videos and other bits and pieces that I didn't get right. I'm not going to lie. I don't think I got it right. I could do better. So I've sat and thought about it and thought of a different way I can achieve the same end by doing a slightly different approach to it. And I think that will be much more beneficial to people as well. So to not just for that box, but it's something that they can keep a physical thing of and go, oh, actually, you know, I'm going to go back to that and try that again. So I hope that sort of explains it. But yeah, tune in tomorrow because I'm going to go really deep into it. And we've also one of the things in which I wanted to do last year, which couldn't because of lots of different reasons. They wanted to make a much more of a community feel around everything. So yes, I gave support, but also the community supported each other as well in that sphere, which we've got that worked. But now we've got other people that are going to join that community, which is super exciting, which could be mind-blowing. If it goes the way I hope it does, it could be mind-blowing. So yeah, tune in and we'll talk about it much more. Mike is saying, James, how is your gerbil? I'm getting very worried for him. He's come out for a breath of fresh air and yeah, he seems okay. Thanks for your concern. Julian says, I've been watching a few World War II documentaries on Netflix and a couple of World War II movies, etc. The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. Oh, yes. Yes. That's quite an interesting subject. Mike is saying, that was the beauty of getting the box, though. Each box was well worth the money. I had to drop out for health reasons. Yes, you did indeed. I'd forgotten that. But yeah. But yeah, no, it's an unusual. There isn't anything else out there like it. So, you know, it's a bit speculative, I guess. But I am quite conscious that what you get in your box is going to be worth the money. I think it is. I think it's well worth it, personally. Of course, I'm going to say that because I'm selling it. And that's the other thing about me as well, is that I feel quite awkward about selling, you know, doing videos and stuff that where I'm basically selling a product because, yeah, I'm going to tell you it's great. But yeah, I think it is great, but that's the sort of thought process some people might have. It's not, well, yeah, you're going to say that, aren't you? Because you're selling it. So, anyway, I've rambled for far too much. But yeah, thanks for asking, Mikey. No gerbils have been harmed in the making of this episode.
Yet,
yeah. I have had a message from the surprise that we may have been able to have. The person's been claimed by someone allegedly, yes. So that's fine. No, good. If you're watching, love to all, and we'll speak to you very soon, I'm sure. So yeah, so I've done that. I've got to make those. So why don't I go ahead and do that? That's probably my best bet, I guess. So I need B. I do like that. That's a really good idea, Mojo Box. That's the other thing about those boxes as well, actually, is that, you know, I'm aware, very much aware that people might be out of their comfort zone. So even with that, it's the case of I did make little breaks within the boxes as well. So a little bit like a Mojo box, if you like, because I felt I didn't want to overreach the wear people out, basically. It's a lot to ask for people to try something different all year round. So good fun, and good fun for me as well, because obviously I have to create the boxes, which means I have to build the things as well. to make sure they work. I have had some help from other modelers in the past, and I'm hoping in the future. But yeah, this next year is looking really exciting, actually. Should I say more? I feel like I should say more. What do you think, Carl?
Nah, shut up.
Okay.
Have you got more to? If you've got more to say, say.
Well,
like I say, you are going through this tomorrow. Do you want to give it all away now?
No,
It's up to you.
no, I don't. No, I'm going to be mean. I'm going to make people tune in. Tune in.
Or else.
Tune in, or you won't know.
Yes.
And you'll miss out, and you'll kick it. Trust me, you will kick yourself if you miss out.
You'll miss out on the flaps.
Oh, I am fiddling with my flaps as we speak. So
me too. I'm just throwing some flaps together.
Oh, it's flappage moment. I feel like we're bonding. Bonding over flaps. Well, I never thought I'd say that on a Saturday afternoon.
Evening.
Actually, it's been a long time since I said that. And any evening, let alone Saturday evening. Right, I'm going to be really naughty. I'm going to angle my flaps down.
Are these the flaps on the back of the aeroplane?
Yeah, these are the rear flaps.
You're racing ahead, I don't know.
This is going to make someone's eye twitch.
Yours.
Yeah, well, yeah, mine mainly. Actually, I'll tell you what we will talk about, because we can talk about that. Is obviously those that know us will know that the Model Officers Mess every year has a birthday, like most places, most things, and we celebrate it with a bit of a laugh and a joke of making a model kit within 48 hours. And just because we're incredibly stupid, we decided to stream that with the help of many people from around the world in a 48-hour. Well, I say 48 hour. It's more 72 hours, but a 48-hour build, of which we'll be doing again this year. But this year is gonna be bigger and bolder. I'm super excited by it all.
Bolder?
It is going to be bolder, yeah. We did mention it last week, actually, because we did have someone from the Americas, didn't we?
We did. Did we?
We did, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm sure it was last week. Because you asked how he pronounced his name. Began with a C. I'm not setting you up, I promise you I'm not. Oh, now my flaps are all over the place. Got flappage problem. Yes. So this year, or next year rather, I'm hoping, if the technical team can achieve it, is that we have a website. That much is up and running. But I'm hoping by the beginning of the year, some of the elements to the website will be up and running as well. So at the moment, there is a timer. We are 80 something days, I think.
Yes. There will be merch as well.
Yeah.
Don't forget that.
We are busy organising it all at the moment. So the website is 48-48.org. 48-48-org. Cool. Oops, if I do that properly. So this is going to be
Show it?
our. I'm just typing it in now. There you go. It's in the chat. That is going to be our Forever Home website. Everything to do with the 48 and 48 build. So yeah, by the title, it implies 48 1/48 kit within 48 hours. But we've opened it up to include any kit, and you don't have to finish it within 48 hours. It'd be nice if you did, but it doesn't matter. But as long as you haven't started it is the main thing. And Mike reminds me, yes, the person was from Brazil. He was indeed. Thank you. So yeah, that's going to be our home, and all the links will be there. So there will be all the donators. So we have a big auction, 3 big auctions across the world, one in Australia, one in UK and Europe, one in the Americas and Canada. And they will, all the donators will have their own shout out. We are working at the moment, I can't promise this, but we are working at the moment with the idea that there will be a link to every donator. They will, or maybe an affiliate link, which means you can go on their website and buy something at your cost, and something you like, but not at your cost. There may be a donation that comes back to us that then goes on to the charity of choice, which is Model 3 Heroes. With over, I'm going to put it out there, with over 30 contributors to the auction so far, that's a lot of potential affiliate links and offers that maybe you can get involved with. So that's a big change from all the other years in the way it's presented. And there are some really big names that are signed up, literally signed up already. Steph is in charge of that, and he's been in contact with manufacturers and all sorts for the last 2 months, a month and a half. And I can tell you exclusively, Edward has signed up for donating stuff to the auction, and to get Edward to do that is quite monumental.
Yes,
we've been chasing for many years. And plus also the gauntlet was thrown down last year by the Americas in their massive auction, with some amazing stuff that was auctioned off. So that we've upped our game, and we've also upped our game in Australia as well. So there's some new people donating to the event. So it's going to be amazing.
Yes.
Julian says, yeah, 82 days and shrapnel to go. Indeed, it is.
Yeah. So I don't know if you've read. Well, let's see if we can catch up. So Mikey has written he's just asked Microsoft Copilot to write a limerick about you, James. Are we ready?
Oh, God. Yeah, go on then.
I'll read it.
Yeah, you are. You're right.
There once was a modeller named James, whose build put others to shame. With precision and flair, he crafted with care in the Model Officers Hall of Fame.
Oh, that's nice. I like that.
That's a Kodak moment.
Yeah, I'm blushing.
Yeah. Yeah, Julian Hall saying, of course, now James G. And Mikey saying, yeah, Brazil. And Julian saying, of course, now James has angled his flaps. They need to be equal both sides, or there will be several cases of OCD.
Yes, absolutely. I have angled my flaps, and they are equal. I have double checked they're equal.
And there are the links to the 48-hour build. And like you said, Julian has said 82 days and shrapnel to go. So, yes.
Yeah.
So we
There'll
are
also
currently...
be.
Go on.
No, it's okay. Well,
No,
currently, I was just going to say that I was speaking to Malcolm today, and Malcolm was asking about because obviously he's a chosen charity, whether I wanted him to write some stuff to go on the web page, and I said no. What I've done is I've done a link. So if just as if it was a mental health first aiding moment, you're signposted. So if you want to know more about the charity, it's right at the top on every single page in the information section, or the little icon. Press that, takes you straight to the website. You see the fantastic work they do. There you go. That's all I was going to say.
No, I'm just saying it is just gone 9:05. We have currently 5 folks watching. If you've not said hello yet, why not? Please join in with chat. Let us know what you're doing, what you're up to. Any plans for Christmas? Yeah, currently been live for 1 hour and 6 minutes.
Wow.
Yes.
Doesn't time fly when you're having fun?
Julian is saying that G thing was a typo, by the way. Oh, goodness.
I'll tell you the other thing as well. I don't know if I've told you this, Carl, but we do actually have. It will be going. The information about the 48 and 48 will be going into magazines shortly as well.
Oh, okay.
2 magazines have asked for information. So we've got the Airfix World. They want to feature it, which will be quite exciting. And what was the other one? Military modelling, I think it was, or something like that. Yeah.
Cool.
Press releases have gone out. I've got another one I've got to send out because obviously the website is an addition.
Yes.
But the other thing with the website as well, what we plan to do, so obviously those that took part last year will know that when you finish your build, what we ask you to do during the event is to pop some progress shots, pictures up on the Facebook page. And then at the end of the 48 hours, we ask you to pop a couple of pictures up of what you've done. Whether it's finished or not, doesn't matter. It's some pictures so we can see what you've done and if not. Those will go up on the website for this year. Will go up on the website now. And then what happens next year, your builds will be featured on the website for 12 months. And the names will be in lights on the web page. So you'll get a shout out for 12 months. It's super important because obviously without your support, we couldn't do what we were doing. So everybody gets a shout out. Everybody gets the same highlight. Doesn't matter what you do or don't do. Same with the donators. Bye.
For me, anyway. Might be my headphones because I've been doing that.
The intellectual pig.
Yes. All right, pig.
All right, pig. Yeah, so everyone gets a fair shout out,
Yes.
including all that. People do, we've had an amazing amount of money generated by it. Very generous donation. We've chosen to stick to businesses donation rather than personal. Because what we say is, you've got a kit you want to donate to charity. They will use it. It's not started, they will use it. When you donate something, you can stipulate the amount of money. You can use it however they want to.
Can chat confirm whether they can hear James or not, or is it just my headphones? I think he stopped talking now.
No, I stopped talking, yeah. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I'll talk a bit more. We've raised a lot of money for them. What did you say, Carl?
It might be my headphones then.
It's your headphones, yeah. Yeah, it's your headphones. Curious of saying it. I'm fine. It's unusual for James and time to be in the same sentence. We've raised quite a bit of money over the years we've been doing it, and last year every year we raised more money than we anticipate, which is a good thing, very good thing. It's quite a buzz. Anyway, let's catch up with the chat. While I'm talking about, let me remind me, I will come back to 48 and 48 because there is going to be something to do a little bit like this last year, but I'm at the moment. If I jump and miss any of this, I do apologise. This chat between Mikey Dieter and Julian. Great to see. Mikey's just saying they're awesome. I can't wait to see how she gets on with the model. That's to do with Dieter's filter. Modeling, which is great to see. Building a tractor. Apparently, Dad says that I am cracking.
Yeah, I've just reset and it's still crackling and.
I will go and fiddle with my YouTube.
Oh, and there we go. He's gone. Right, anything to get him out there? Okay, so Julian is saying that rummaging noise sounds running like a sack full of nervous gerbils. Do I need the RSPCA on speed dial? Well, that's James back in.
Is that better?
Not really, no. Stand by, let me look. It's like your mic is on constant transmit, but it's not picking anything up. Stand by one. Technical issues in the model officer's mess.
Is that any better?
Yes, that's loads better.
There we go. There you go. That's solved the problem. It's because I fiddled with me buttons before we went live, and yeah, I've obviously not put my button back in the right position.
It was fine for a long time though. To be fair.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
Like I'm always told, don't fiddle with the buttons. You don't know how to press them properly, so just leave them alone. Can't argue with that, can you, really?
Well, technically, yes.
No.
The question is, do you want to?
Yeah, that's it. Are you brave enough to?
Yes.
Yeah. No. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't notice that before. Yes, so what I was saying before I rudely interrupted myself was, so this year, a group of us decided that we were going to be really mad and build the same kit, which was super fun, actually. I really enjoyed doing that.
Yeah.
Because we all had a little bit of a different take on the build.
We did.
Quite exciting. But we're not going to do that this year. We're going to do something slightly different. Because as per usual, James isn't the sort of person that likes to stick to the same thing every year. So yeah, the aim is, we haven't chosen them yet. We will be very shortly when the team sits down and has a discussion about it, which I've got to arrange. But what we hope to do is we hope to choose 2 kits of which you can have a choice of, and the idea being, and this is where this we were talking about earlier about links and stuff. What I'm hoping to do is pick a couple of kits that you can get anywhere in the world, and then you have a choice. You can either build whatever you want. You can buy one of these 2 kits and build out of the box, or you can build whatever you want from parts of the kits, the 2 kits. But you must use a minimum of 2 parts from the kit, or something to that effect. That way you can do a bit of scratch building. You can build a spaceship out of whatever, or a Mad Max vehicle, whatever. So for example, these are just examples off the top of my head. So if we said, I don't know, a 1/72 Spitfire and a 1/72 half track, then you can, as I say, you can build one of those, or 1/48 might be a 1/48 and a 1/72. It could be. It all depends. It depends on what ones we choose. But the idea being is you can then mold those kits together to make one kit, or you can build them out of the box, or you can build a jug with a half track or something. I don't know. So it's just up to you. But we're going to try and do it that way, so it allows you to use your imagination and do something a little bit different. But that is the plan this year. Like I say, the team, not me, I'm not going to take full responsibility. The team will be sitting down and making that decision first thing in the new year, once I've got the team together to have that conversation. And then the idea being, so for example, we chose a Revell and an Airfix kit. The idea being that they would be fairly easily to be available around the world. And then we can advise, say, for example, a model shop in Australia that is a sponsor. We can advise them that this particular kit is something we're going to use, and they can get them in, or they may have them on the shelf.
Some things that are not overly expensive as well.
Absolutely, yeah. So, yeah. Dad's just saying yes, better. I'm hoping that's my voice, not he's feeling better. Julie's just saying, well, at least fiddling with your buttons gives your flaps a rest, James. That's true, yes. Mikey's asking, given James's gerbil situation, when he farts, does he squeak or growl? Oh dear. Well,
all of the above.
It's just much more of a sort of uncomfortable feeling, to be honest. And then what? Do you know what? I've just had this thought, right?
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, this won't apply for the UK, or it could do. But anyway, I think what we should do is contact our team in America.
Yes.
And we should set them a challenge. So I'm just literally thinking off the top of my head here. So for example, we set the challenge for America to do a light source effect, let's say.
Yeah.
And then we set the Australian. Yeah. Okay. So So if we did a light effect, we could get the Americans to do a moonlight effect.
Mm-hmm.
So an effect from above. And then we can get the Australians to do a fire effect or lighting from below. That's just an extra level.
Yes.
What do you think? What do you think of that idea?
We shall discuss. Yes, definitely. We shall have a think.
I think it'd be really fun just to mix it up as much as possible.
Yeah, and I think if we end up with a couple of good ideas, there's nothing to stop us from generating a little poll on the channel.
Yeah.
And get people involved.
Well, the competition, if I'm honest, the competition is there in that obviously the auction, the amounts that's raised in the auction is firmly a competition between the different regions.
Oh, most definitely, yes.
So it would only be fair, really, to increase the challenge, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So, and then maybe the viewers can make a decision as to who they think won the challenge. Could be interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just a little bit of friendly banter between us, because we're all friends. We all have a bit of a laugh and a giggle at each other's expense anyway. So,
yes.
Nothing ventured, nothing gained, as they say. I like that idea. Plus, also, the Australians are already making the models upside down anyway, aren't they? So,
yeah,
I think it'd be hard for them. Right, I think I'm in a position where I've got to stop gluing. Oh, I didn't put those bits in. I need to do those bits. That's all right. I'll do that in a minute.
I think therefore.
Not done. Not done them. Oh, I've got to come back to that. Now leave me undercarriage alone, I think, for the minute. Too much fiddling. It's just going to give me a headache.
No comment.
I think I'm going to do what? Oh, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to do my canopy, I think. Right. Let's have a quick look at the chat, see what's going on. Yes, I couldn't answer that, Mikey. Sorry about that. I'll let you know. It reminds me of the gag about the lady who bought a stick deodorant. I know where this is going. She obeyed the instructions, removed the cap and pushed it up her bottom. She said, I can hardly walk, but when I fart, the room smells lovely. Alternatively, nothing ventured, nothing completely
gained.
stuffed up. This is true. We've been going for an hour and 25 minutes. 8 people watching. Thank you for staying with us.
Indeed, yes.
Numbers. Thank you for those that watch this when it's not live. That's fine.
Yes, maybe one week we'll see you here live. That would be lovely.
Yeah, hope so.
We were discussing this the other week as well, weren't we, about doing potentially more lives on other things rather than spending hours upon hours editing videos, and maybe just going live and building something specific. So it's something that's being played around with. We are also thinking of doing some sort of podcast type thing as well, with quite a few of us. Won't necessarily be about modelling. It'll be pretty much just bullshitting with a bunch of blokes bullshitting about what's been going on for the last 4 weeks or whenever, however often we decide to do it. Obviously, there is going to be a big part of the conversation. Probably will be models, but hopefully a lot of other things as well. Things like football, rugby, whatever we're all into, photography. Whatever the subject may be. So I don't know if anybody's interested in that. But that will be something that is. It won't be on any of our channels. That'll be something completely brand new.
Yes.
So yeah, if you're interested in something like that, let us know. We will try and get the ball moving on that, because we have been talking about it for quite a while. We've just not really kicked it off, so to speak.
Yeah.
And we need to, because I'm just stagnating. My channel is just stagnating at the minute, doing the odd live here and there. The odd video goes out here and there, but not really going anywhere.
We're all at a point where I think we're right for something new, something different.
Yeah. Yeah.
And let's face it, without meaning to be rude, and I'm not having to dig at any other YouTubers, there's a lot of stuff going on out there that's same.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
No, we're just looking to do maybe something a little bit different.
It'd be nice to do something a little bit fresh, a little bit different. Let's see how it goes. It might not work.
Well, Mikey's saying that James wants something new and different. Maybe a hamster. He's all gerbiled out.
I tell you, there is only so many gerbils you can take at once.
Excuse me.
And I resemble that remark.
I was going to say, it depends on how big your tube is. But we're not going there, because this is a family show.
Yes.
Dear.
I can't believe that's become the chat of this evening is gerbils and my
flaps.
passageways.
Yes. Oh.
Now I've got to get some cotton buds to wipe up my mess. Dear, oh dear.
Oh dear. Right, what can I... Got that. Both wings are done. I need to paint that. And that. Inside there. Right. Tell you what, usually when you do a build, you're quite linear in the instructions. This bloody plane build, I'm all over the place.
Yep.
Forward and back, forward and back. I'm not
Yep.
saying it's a bad thing, but it's just different.
It's unusual.
Yeah.
Mm.
Usually, like if I'm building a tracked vehicle or something like that, I always build the tracks first because that's the bit I enjoy the most.
Mm-hmm.
And then I follow the instructions quite linear.
That's what makes it so different.
Yes, so I've got to paint that. I could get these back flaps on, couldn't I? Whoa, back flaps.
Oh, yeah.
Matron, there appears to be a problem.
Nothing stopping you getting your flaps on.
Oh, what is that? Okay.
Oh, the other thing, I won't go into too much detail, but there is, so part of tomorrow's show on the model officers thing is we're going to talk about model officers mess, obviously, and where we see the model officers mess going in 2025, which there are going to be a few things going on, actually, a little bit more, depending on how long you've been around in the group. You may or may not know, but we used to do quite a few group builds.
Yes.
Of which we've slacked off that. Certainly this year, a little bit each year, but certainly more than anything this year. That's going to change. So, and there are definitely some slightly different things coming up. Again, they are potentially linked to some manufacturers as well. So, yeah, so we're playing with that idea a little bit as well. So, loads going on next year.
Right. Do these back flaps droop slightly? Oh, they're supposed to be like really straight.
Well, I've got mine. I got my back flaps on a droopy down.
No. I meant they stick out. No, mine looks slightly curved downwards. That makes sense.
It might well be a little bit. I can't remember off the top of my head, Carl. I've got to be honest.
Haven't you put them on?
No.
Oh, I thought you had.
No. I made them, but I haven't put them on. I'm literally about to.
There's nothing to make. It's a single piece.
No, it's two pieces.
Oh, you stuck the back flappy flap bit on. Okay.
Oh, hello.
Hello. You right?
Oh no. It's all gone terribly wrong.
Oh no. Why?
Oh, that's an interesting save.
What is
because I didn't look at the parts properly.
Right.
And I've done my droopy parts of my flaps the wrong way round.
Ah, so you've got inverted flaps.
I have.
Oh, dear. There's not a lot the doctors can do for.
There's not, no.
So try and soften them up with a bit of extra thin. And
so to answer your question, if you add if you look here, I've added the rear part of the flaps or back wing. I've added the flaps onto the back wing, and there's a little bit that hangs out here. Yeah. Oh
no, because you're off screen.
That's right. So just there. No, that's not very helpful the way I'm showing you. Bear with me. Bear with, caller. So if we look at the other bit, so here you've got this little tag here.
Yeah.
Little tiny tag. Now that goes into the fuselage and gives you a location for the way it sits.
Goes into the fuselage. Really?
Yeah, just only very slightly, but it does go into the fuselage.
No.
Do you want me to show you? So if you look at the back wing section, hang on. I'm just going to give myself a little rub.
Ooh.
There we go, big now. So yeah, so this wing here, you've got to have the little nub that goes in the top here to start with, and then just here, there's a bit of plastic there, where that little tiny bit nub on the nub on the end, if you can see that, sits on that little bit of plastic there.
Okay. Well,
which then gives you your angle to your angle for your dangle.
Gotcha.
And what I did, I'm going to be open and honest about it. What I did was I did this so my droop on my flaps was this way, not realizing that there was this groove here to give you the right way up. So I'd done it wrong.
Yes.
But luckily it's an easy fix. It just means I've got to rework me angles of my droop just to make sure they're equal. Otherwise, that OCD that Julian was talking about will kick in.
Yes.
And he's not wrong.
No.
But now what I've got to do is I've got to be quite quick and clever in my gluing so I can keep my flaps at the right angle.
Where are we in the chat? Okay, so no, one above that. So Mike is saying, how many times are we going to mention James's gerbil on this week's live, Julian? Lots. I think there'll be at least get a dishonorab. Oops, honourable mention. Mikey says, absolutely. Mikey says, I'm not surprised your back flaps are drooping down after what you did with those poor gerbils. Lol. And then Julian is just stating that if your flaps are inverted, I suggest an ointment. Disclaimer, I am not a doctor. The correct term is smart arse. This week I have mostly been smart arse.
Yes. Right. Well, I think flaps are the right dangle.
Be careful. You can watch the angle of that dangle.
I'm happy with that. Happy as a lappy, I am. Right, I'm going to stick that me nose back on.
Are you a piece of pig in shit, as they say?
Well, I'm certainly in the shit, but it's only the depth of berries.
Well, yeah.
Oh, my jugs have got flaps on them.
Oh my God. You'll be getting Dieter all excited. Flap, flap, flap. Flappity flap.
Right. That's that. That go over there. Bring that back over here because I might hurt myself otherwise. Put that up there so I don't lose it. I'm losing it. Blimey and all. Right, the other thing I wanted to discover. Aha. E bar gum bar lad.
This week, Jeremy, I am mostly going to be eating the colour purple. Right, that's that bad boy on. It's almost looking like a plane.
Outrageous.
Almost. What goes in that hole? Any idea?
What goes in what hole? That hole? Nothing.
Hmm. Just an hole.
It's just an hole.
You know what I need? I need one of them plane things you put them on. So he doesn't lean on one of my
your flaps.
flap things. Yeah.
Do you know what works really, really well?
One of them wooden things.
Yeah, one of those jigs.
Yeah.
I didn't show you, did I? Talking of jigs. I am.
Paint water.
Yeah,
Do not drink this.
That works. Are you going to put it in nose first?
Yeah.
Talking of jigs, not that we really were, but talking of jigs, I made this today.
Oh. Is that another plane jig?
Yep.
How many plane jigs do you need?
Well, this is a plane jig for a biplane.
Right.
I got a couple of biplanes that I want to do, so I've made myself a biplane jig. I don't know how to use it. I've made it.
So you physically built it from scrap wood or
from a kit? It's a kit you can buy.
Oh right, okay.
It's from the same company as my other jig, JH models. JH models.
Right.
JH models. Have I done that right? Yeah, JH models.
I thought you did from EBMA.
Well, yes. I would have, but at the time when I purchased it, I didn't know anything about EBMA. This was a purchase that I've had. Yeah, I've had this for ages and ages.
Gotcha.
And basically, when I was doing my reorg in the room here, that biplane jig has been sat there for ever and a day.
Yeah.
And I've never put it together. And I'm just like, if I don't put it together, I'm never going to use it. So that's what I did today. So now I've got two jigs on my wall that are ready for. Well, obviously one I'm using, the other one's ready for the biplane that I do. Yeah, and I do a biplane.
Cool.
Which I'm super excited about because I might do a biplane. 48 and 48.
Ooh, it's been a while, hasn't it, since we've done one?
It has. We've done the first 48 and 48 was, of course, the Fokker. And then we did the Fokker's Friends, didn't we?
Yes, and then Fokker Foes.
Then Fokker Foes, yeah. Oh, no, it was Fokker Foes, not Fokker's Friends. What am I talking about? Yeah, it was Fokker, then a Fokker Foes. Yeah, might do that.
Yeah. Maybe we should put... I might put a little montage together of historical.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Yes.
Could be inspirational as well. I like that idea.
Because there's quite a few
There's
people
some
that
cracker
used to build
builds.
with us that don't build with us anymore.
Yeah. We came away from that because obviously the Fokkers was very. It had to be a Fokker, didn't it? We came away from that after year 2 because people were saying, "Oh, I don't like building those sort of things." So, oh, hello, we've got someone leaving. I think Julian's off to bed.
Good night, Julian. Thanks for coming
Julian.
along. Hopefully see you next time.
What's that? James, did you realise you now need to make a model of a gerbil? Mike, in all honesty, while you've been talking about gerbils for the last 10 minutes, I did think to myself, I wonder if there's a 3D file that I can print. Maybe I could do a gerbil for the 48 somewhere. Yes, I had thought of it. Julian says, Mikey, maybe something for the next inspiration box. A gerbil box, a rodent box. Damned if I know what that would inspire. Mostly fear of gerbils, I expect, probably, yeah.
Yes, it inspires people to no longer subscribe.
Yeah. There's Julian saying good night. Take care, everybody. Bid saying good night. Good night, Mikey, Scaly, Jim Bob, and Carl. And yeah, most definitely should from Mikey. No, I probably won't know, Mikey, in all honesty. What I might do, actually, is I might challenge other people as a tribute build to do a build involving the gerbil. There we go. Down to you now, Mikey.
Yeah, get it sorted.
Knocked straight out of the park. Oh dear.
Delegation is a beautiful thing.
It is very beautiful.
Yes.
Right. So my jug is pretty much everywhere it needs to be right now. All that I haven't done is the undercarriage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, that makes a bit more sense actually. Right. Gotcha. Right. Okay. So those bits that I very kindly cut off is correct. Right. Okay. So I need to cut a few more bits off for that for the undercarriage. Right. Cool. Sorry, busy talking to myself. Oh no, Mikey. No. Mikey just said you could have a chocolate gerbil award for the Telford 2025 instead of the golden nut.
Comes with its own tube.
I can't say too much, but you might find Telford 2025 might have something new that I'm responsible for coming in the awards section. That's all I'm going to say. Something's afoot.
What could that possibly be? If something's afoot, what is it? More than likely afoot.
Well, it's just yeah, short of a couple of yards. Anyway. Right. I pink, to be honest.
What I'm trying to find.
What's that? I think it is. Let me have a look. Let me have a look. Do, 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 do. Which that would go on to. A bit there. Yeah, maybe. Doesn't seem right to me though. Well, it is. Well, I'll be buggered. Leave it.
Sorry, I shall shut up.
I can get myself into trouble. I don't need other people helping. Thank you.
But you help me all the time.
Said the actress to the bishop.
Even when I'm not there.
Right, so I'm going to take
So
that
you
off.
got any plans to go out Christmas Day, or will you be in all day?
So my plan for the Christmas period is I'm going to be mainly sat here at the bench or in front of the television,
Right.
or chained to the kitchen sink.
Yes. Head washer upper.
Well, no, I'll be head cooker, bottle washer,
Yes.
whatever. Yeah, I'll be doing the cooking, so that's cool. I don't mind that. I enjoyed that. So it's my thing. It's a little bit like men normally do the barbecue.
Yes.
I do the Christmas dinner because I do the Christmas dinner, and then the wife does the New Year's Day food, whatever it is we have.
Yes.
So, but yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna be at the bench quite a bit, or I want to be.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're not going out anywhere. The lovely children have all been seen today, and grandchildren. So
awesome.
That's all done and dusted. Purely because then we can concentrate on just having some time to ourselves, which is very unusual.
Yes.
Well, not very unusual, but not the norm.
Yeah. Cool.
Luckily, the older I get, the more miserable I get. You see, so my children don't want to see me anymore, which is great.
Yes. Okay, so
you've got some special plans, I believe, haven't you, for this year?
No, the youngest is down. He arrived yesterday. So yeah, it'll be a nice, quiet Christmas, just the four of us. We have no plans to go anywhere or do anything. We will be spending the day building Lego.
There you go.
So last year, the youngest didn't buy everybody an individual present. He bought a single present, which everybody shared, and that single present was the Rivendell Lego kit. Now this kit is several £100. I think it was somewhere around the 400 and something pound mark. He got a telling off for it. But like I say, he bought it for everyone as a family present, and we spent the day building Lego. Because we don't do a Christmas dinner, we do a buffet style that lasts the whole day. Effectively, we're grazing all day. At certain times of the day, hot food will be made, but it'll be like pigs in blankets or sausage rolls and things like that.
Mm.
So this year, me and Lisa have kept the tradition going, or should I say Lisa and I, and we went out. Argos had a special deal on just before Christmas. I think it was the Black Friday, possibly. And I know this kit is usually, this Lego kit usually sits around about the £600 mark.
Oof.
600, 650. But Argos had got it at £735.
What?
They'd marked it up to the full retail price and then knocked it down to £500. So it looks like
Okay.
off.
Yeah.
£500 is a lot cheaper than £650. So we had the choice between the Millennium Falcon, which was now dropped to £500, or Jabba's sail barge.
Oof.
Which is, I think, it was around about the £400 mark. And I said to Lisa, I think we'll get a hell of a lot more kit in the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah.
Because I think it's something like 7,500 pieces.
Wow.
So we have a Millennium Falcon to build Christmas Day. And that's what we'll be doing.
Amazing. I just want to ask you, once you build it, will you be weathering it and, lighting and...
No. No, I have a Millennium Falcon half built, which I need to finish. And that one will be being weathered. So, but I need to contact somebody and get them to come and build it with me. I don't know whether he finished his or not, because it was a gift from somebody. We got about halfway through it, and I think COVID hit, and everything just disintegrated. The world melted.
Yeah.
So, and this person, although we don't keep in contact as much as I want, he does live a fair distance away, but there's no excuse in a digital age, really. So we need to start pestering him to come and do some things, because he's been through some shit in the last few months.
Yeah.
So, watch this space. We'll see. Like I say, I'm thinking of starting doing lives rather than videos. So you might start seeing some Sherman tank stuff live soon from me.
Right.
So, whether I'll be on my own or people are welcome to join, but it will obviously primarily be about what I'm building, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, you could have chat Dolly.
Exactly, yeah.
Move things along.
Come along and help out, yeah. So
yeah, happy to do that.
And I'd be more than happy to reciprocate the thing. I'm more than happy to come and sit with someone while they build and be their chat dolly. So
yeah, I think that's the way to go.
Yeah.
So I really do think that's the way to go. I think there's a lot more. It's a lot more pleasant, a lot more interaction.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong, you could do premieres, you can sit there with the premieres and do chat and whatever. But even because I've tried that and it does work, but even that it just feels a little stale sometimes.
Yeah. So a question for the massive that are watching, all 7 of you. Do you prefer to watch a pre-recorded video where there's no interaction, or do you prefer to something live like this? What's the preference?
Good question.
Because this, for us, is nice and easy because there's no editing. We just sit there, we just build what we're building. Whereas if it's a recorded video, you are recording for a week, and then you're editing for several hours, depending on how complicated you want it to be. And then obviously you publish the video. So Mikey's saying, Mr. Scaling Models fame himself. Nope, live for me. That's good. That's interesting to know. So, yes. Yeah. Like I say, we've been talking about it quite a lot, haven't
we? Yeah. I mean, I've done more and more lives.
I've never done a solo live.
Yeah, solo is can be interesting.
Mm.
The joy I like about solo lives, if your equipment, and this is no pun intended to any of the other things that we've been talking about this evening, but if your equipment's good, and you can rely on it, and it does everything that it's meant to do, it's amazing. But if you've got a camera that doesn't like to focus properly, or plays up, or etc.,
yes,
or a microphone that mucks about, you know, I mean, don't get me wrong, the chat will tell you, but if you're busy concentrating on something, even if you really plan it and set it all out, if you're concentrating, it can be real difficult.
Yes, it can.
And dare I say, not as fun. But saying that, I have enjoyed the lives that I've done. But it's a whole different ball game. I can't lie.
Yes. Maybe we should do a couple of live shows where we do a scratch build spaceship.
Yeah.
And stuff like this. And this. Plastic art. And your bits box where you've got loads of like greeblies. So, turn something like this into something like this.
Yeah. I think that'd be good fun.
You can see the bottle. This is quite dusty, actually. It's been sitting on the shelf for quite some time, so... But yeah, it can be good fun. It looks like crap until you actually put that primer coat on it, and then it like all comes together, and you're like, ooh!
Yeah.
A box of greeblies. What do they call it? A soap bottle spaceship.
Soap, is it soap bottle or soap box?
Soap bottle, I think.
You might be right. I'm not sure.
I think.
Might be right. Right.
So Mikey is saying it depends on the type of content. Kit reviews, etc., then pre-recorded. Yes, there's not a lot of interaction to do with a review. But long form, I'd say live. But if you're doing it live, you have to be engaging and not sacrifice the chat for the modeling. Yes, that's why I think it's good if you're doing like a build, like we've just said, you have someone come along, a friend or something, that can be your chat dolly. And then you can reciprocate it for them when they do a live and be their chat dolly. Yeah, I agree, Mikey. Like some streamers seem to do, because it gets very quiet and very dull very quickly. Yes.
Yeah. That is the problem with doing a solo.
That's the danger of live as well. Yeah.
Yeah. And also the other danger of live is when it goes right, brilliant. But it quite often will go wrong. And if you haven't realised it's gone wrong, don't get me wrong. It's a little bit like when you say to somebody, I've done this pre-recorded video and I show all my mistakes. The mistakes can be fun, i.e. you can learn from them. But as a live, there's that moment of, oh God, it's all gone terribly wrong. And you feel like the world is just this great big hole's opened up underneath you and you just want to die.
Yeah, it's difficult to get up and walk away for half an hour, isn't it? Because
it really is. Or to be able to bounce back, it takes quite a lot. And I say that out of experience. I've done a couple and it's gone wrong, and I've gone, right, okay, that's it. I'm finishing now, because I'm not quite sure how to recover my thought process. Not being able to read properly with my dyslexia helps.
Yes.
So anyway, we've been going for 2 hours. Thank you everybody that's been watching. I'm going to show you where I'm up to, and I'm going to ask
Yes.
Cole the same, and then we're going to call it quits for tonight, I think.
Yes.
I'm only saying that because I haven't turned my heater off, and it's getting a little warm in here.
Toasty. Right, there you go. There's you. Show us what you've done.
Okay, so on my
Hello.
On my bits over here, if I start with my bits first, so on my bits, these are all my painting bits and pieces. So I've got my wheels done. My flaps are all hinged and waiting to go. This particular set of undercarriage flaps that go onto the main undercarriage legs is 2 parts. So I've stuck those together. That's all ready to go. They can be primed, painted, whatever. And my rear flaps as well are there. So that's those my bits. And I've done a drop tank as well while we were talking. Because mine is going to have a drop tank in the middle of the fuselage, or middle of the main body. And it's also going to have some bomb pods on the wings. I haven't got to that bit yet. On the actual aircraft itself, everything's put together apart from the nose, which I can pull off like so. We have attached our bits on the side here that we neglected to do earlier. We've got our main tail wings on there with our flaps poised equally. I've also put my little attachments here on the belly for the drop tank. So that's done. All I've got left to do is to put on here, if I'm going to do it. I'm not sure I'm going to do it yet, but is the attachment for the 1,000-pound bombs that sit with one on either side of the wings. Not either side of it. You know what I mean? Left and right, not one on top, one below, because that'd be stupid. And everything else is there, and that's ready to be done. The only thing that I need to do next, really, is re-glue that, because I've knocked that again. Is to mask up my canopy, get my canopies out, mask it,
excuse me,
and put those on there, and then I can then undercoat and start putting some paint on the main body, etc.
Yes.
So yeah, that's it. We're almost at the point where we can start really getting some paint down on it. So yeah, all good, all looking really, really good. And yes, it is one of my favorite planes, so that helps. But yeah, it's a nice big beast. How about yourself?
Well, before we start there, Mikey is saying, I think as a streamer, it's really important to have a co-presenter that you can bounce off and is happy to share the limelight. Otherwise, it creates a bad atmosphere that comes over on camera. Yeah, me and James just don't get on at all. I've really had enough of him. Yeah, with his flaps and his dysmexia. You know, it's awful.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Anyway, on a more important note, what have I done?
Sorry, were you talking? I wasn't listening. I do apologise.
It's not about me, you know. So we have finished both wings. All that need to go onto here now is the lights on the tips of the wings on both sides. I've deliberately left off the thing that sticks out here. I think it's an airspeed indicator.
It is
the thing that sticks out of there. So because that will go if I put it in. These have already gone several times on both. And they've been glued back on several times. So they're done. Both wings. Happy days. Can't put them onto the here yet because I need to do some painting. So what else have I done on here? So we've put the cowling around the engine. We've done the cowling that's flared out a little bit because I think it just looks better. We've put our, don't know what it is, it's like an aerial support thing on. We've put both of our rear wings on, tail wings, is it?
Yep.
Yeah, and the flaps. And we've got our wheel support in there. We scratch built a little bit to go on the end. I tried to get it to go nubby on the end as there as well. You might have seen me messing about with the lighter and stuff, but it just disintegrate too quickly.
Yeah.
So I've just left it as a sticky out bit. So,
Mhm.
so I need to paint here, 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 and here to the same yellow colour that's in there and in the wings. Get a wash on it, and then we can get the wings on, and we are then very much in a similar place to you. Obviously, I haven't started to build wheels or anything like that yet, so a little bit behind, but not massively, I don't think.
No, pretty much in the same place, really.
No.
You know. Well, no, we are pretty much
Not
in the
far
same
off.
ballpark, aren't we? So,
yeah.
I mean, I would say you're on section 27, but a bit like you, I died all over the place on these instructions.
Yeah.
I think I'm at the point now, personally, that I can safely say I don't need to go back to. Oh no, that's a lie. Actually, no, I do need to go back. So I've got to the far end of the instructions. So section 31, which is doing the propeller and the canopy and the pylons. But I've got to go back and do my undercarriage. There's a couple of bits of the undercarriage that got to be stuck together so they can be painted, etc.
Yes. Yeah, I've got to do all this section.
Yeah.
As well, the wheels and
then that'll be 27.
Yeah, all the undercarriage flaps and stuff. So.
Yeah, and one thing in which I did notice, which I mentioned yesterday, and not yesterday, last week, sorry, is that when you put these wings together, if you make this kit, if you put these wings together, there is let's see if I can find a pointy thing. There's a pointy thing. So just here on the wing section here is a little. Oh, make yourself big. Oh, thank you. There's a little thing here which is actually. I'm not showing that very well. Bear with me. Right there. Okay, so just here, there is an activator basically for your flap. So when you stick the wings together,
yes, leave that out.
When you stick the wings together, it pops out and it looks really, really weird. Now, I broke one off on this side. And this one stuck out, and I was like, "Oh, that doesn't make sense. What have I done?" So I actually thought, stupidly, that I'd made a mistake. So I nipped a little bit off and tucked it back in the wing, which was completely the wrong thing to do.
Yes.
So I've got to scratch build a little bit when I put this undercarriage door on.
Yes.
For both sides. Luckily, I've trimmed it to pretty much the same place.
The way it shows you to put it in the instructions, it does look quite flat. But then when you come to the instructions here, it's this part.
Yeah.
When you put in this flap on, that piston, that hydraulic piston, actually sticks way out of the wing. Now, I've done exactly the same as you, and I have put them inside because that's how the instructions looked.
Yeah.
So I either snap that off and just re-angle it up, or a scratch builder piece. That one has actually gone, so I've got a scratch builder piece for that anyway.
Yeah, might be worth you taking both off and scratch building them. But the instructions are right. There's nothing wrong with the instructions.
No.
What the instructions are showing you is where the piston would be if the flaps were shut, if the doors were shut, and that's completely right. The problem is if you choose to have them open, then obviously they're in the wrong place because they need to be all attached to the door. And if you're used to building aircraft, I mean, don't get me wrong, I know this aircraft relatively well. I'm not an expert by any means, but I know it relatively well. I should have spotted it, but it's just an easy thing to overlook and not realise.
Yes.
And once you've nipped it off or it's broken or whatever, it's gone. So it's difficult to get that back. So a little bit of scratch build. It's not that difficult to scratch build. It is literally just a piece of the piston that needs to be scratch built. And do that once the doors are on. And as you can see, I purposely not put the doors on because that will help me when I'm painting. I will paint the doors separately and stick the doors on when I come to putting it all together.
Yes.
So again, that it's the right thing. Miniart done exactly the right thing, but it's a bit of a ache, if I'm honest. I can imagine that being something that's just going to ping off. Anybody's going to ping that off.
Yeah.
And I'm going to stick to that story because then it doesn't make me look like a complete idiot. So there you go.
Yes.
But yeah, there we go. So that's where we're up to. Thanks very much, everybody, for being with us and chatting. There's been some wonderful chats, some nice, funny jokes. No gerbils have been hurt at all. So yeah, I'm really grateful for that. Thanks, guys.
Yes, you all rock.
And I think that's where we're at. I think we won't pick this up, obviously, until after Christmas and New Year.
Yes, New Year before we're back to this.
Yeah, it'll be second week-ish onwards in
Course,
January.
watch for this.
Yes, be a part of that. It's going to be fun.
And possibly another pop-up live from either James or myself. Just for what we're doing ourselves, if that makes sense. So.
Yeah, definitely. Anyway, until next time, we will see you all later.
Toodaloo.
Bye.